The next question comes from a student at Lehman High School, and this student wants to know, how do you feel about communism?
Communism, I feel there is good part and bad part. The communism, as far as I know, the Marxist economic theory, I think is very much involved. There is a sense of, concern about the larger community. That means needy people, the working class people. That means larger community, population, and the needy people, less privileged. And then here you see the Marxists more concerned about how to distribute the wealth more equal way, not just mere concern about how to produce money, how to make money, but rather how to utilize properly, equally, more justly. That I think I always have some kind of attraction. Talk more the welfare or the right of the community rather than single person. So from that viewpoint, I always favor socialism rather than capitalism. Then the other side, negative side, those Marxist regimes, I think the Marxist theory itself also, I think some kind of the spirit of hatred in order to carry a class struggle. I think that is one of the, the greatest sin, or I think the drawback, because the emphasis on the hatred. So hatred always produces destruction, not construction. So those regimes, a communist Marxist regime, and also I think in the 17th, since the Russian Revolution, 1917s, I think because of the circumstances at the early period of Bolshevik Revolution, I think the suspicion everywhere is suspect, and then some kind of, I think, the cruel sort of actions, and certain, I think, circumstances. Generally speaking, I think you see no way to escape such such practice, suspicion, and you see a little bit dramatic sort of action. But then eventually these things become they are habit, something like the whole the totalitarian system, Marxist regime. They just too much suspicion, and on that basis too much rigid system. So that I think go extreme. Almost I think these negative things eventually become their habit. So that part, the too much suspicion and too much rigid system and actually the dictatorship, that part I always are against. That's very bad. That now I think the world shows the totalitarian system. Under totalitarian system, without individual freedom, it is very, very harmful to develop or to utilize human creative capacity. So as a result, in economy, in many fields, what called stagnations happen. So therefore, I feel the communism, Marxism, there are some good parts, some negative parts. So the collapse of former Soviet Union, I believe, the collapse of Marxist totalitarian system, not necessarily Marxism itself. So now in future, maybe more humanistic or more compassionate Marxism or socialism. Then, okay, good.